In today's headlines, Minister of Finance provides clarity on the process of applications for new applicants for the stimulus package, and the intervention of law enforcement on the first day of the inflation stimulus distribution process. Hello, Turks and Caicos. Welcome to PTV News Watch. Thanks for tuning in this Thursday, August 11th, 2022 edition. The real news starts now. The Minister of Finance, Honorable E.J. Saunders, provides clarity to new applicants of the stimulus package, which he says should roll out within the month of August.
Media took the opportunity to query a number of unrelated issues during the latest health press update, and Acting Minister of Health and Minister of Finance, Honorable E.J. Saunders, was sure to provide some clarity on a few items, including the opening of the inflation stimulus new application process.
I do know that when we were sitting in the same room, the plan was to get all of these done, this part of it done first, those who are automatically approved. And then once those checks start coming out, that they would open up the portal. And so the time frame was for that would be in August.
Back in July, officials announced that persons who were approved for the first inflation stimulus distributed back in April would be pre-approved for this latest inflation stimulus. And those persons who did not have the opportunity to be approved for that April distribution would be given the opportunity to do so. Honorable Saunders, however, says what persons may not know is that the second phase of this inflation stimulus, which allows for new applicants to sign up for approval, is being headed by the Premier's office.
The Ministry of Finance managed the whole process for getting the stimulus out. This stimulus. The Ministry of Finance team is in the middle of starting the budget for next year. And so we are... They had asked that the portal will open up to allow people to apply for the new stimulus, that they've asked for that to be managed by the Office of the Premier. And it's because their focus is to starting to get the whole budget process started. Otherwise, we will be late with the budget next year.
The Office of the Premier is in charge of opening the portal for new applications as well as the vetting process. Eligible persons who were not pre-approved can expect to see the opening of that application portal within the month of August.
InvestTC continues to make exceptional strides at the annual Caribbean Hotel and Resort Investment Summit. Here's more.
A most noteworthy hotel investment conference, CRIS, was held on March 16th and 17th at the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino in Hollywood, California. The two-day event reportedly saw over 200 persons from North and South America and the Caribbean join together for an exciting agenda with 20-plus informative sessions and unbeatable networking opportunities. The event also featured insights from 60-plus industry experts such as CEO Tony Capuano, the Inter-American Development Bank's chief economist and general manager of the research department, Eric Parado Herrera. InvestTCI was once again a platinum sponsor of the event. A delegation from the TCI attended the event, including the Deputy Premier and Minister for Finance, Investment and Trade, the Honorable E.J. Saunders, Acting CEO of InvestTCI, Angela Musgrove, and other members of the InvestTCI team. InvestTCI hosted a session called Opportunities in the Turks and Caicos, which gave attendees an in-depth look into the Turks and Caicos Islands and highlighted investment opportunities in the islands. The presentation made by InvestTCI's acting CEO, Angela Musgrove, encouraged attendees to consider investment opportunities in the Family Islands, which are relatively untouched and have much to offer. Newswatch gathers that her presentation drew attention to the islands outside of Providenciales. She noted that a world of untapped opportunities lies in the unspoiled, picturesque Family Islands, a collection of ecological magnificence waiting to be transformed. Deputy Premier Honorable Saunders also participated in the Views from Heads of Government session, which focused on the current affairs of the Turks and Caicos Islands. The deputy premier commented on the island's economic strength and growth trajectory and his government's commitment to ensure that it doesn't just have five-star properties, but is a five-star destination. Most outstanding for the Turks and Caicos Islands at this year's event was the attendance of TCI's Trevor Ariza, 2009 NBA champion, and the announcement of the Ritz-Carlton Turks and Caicos Resort as the development of the year 2021. Notable at the conference as well was the presentation of the Caribbean Hospitality Financing Survey report by TCI's Gary Burrow of Baker Tilly. The report noted that of the 17 Caribbean destinations surveyed, where financiers are most bullish about providing finance, Turks and Caicos is notable at the among non-banks top countries for new financing. Musgrove acting CEO commenting on the summit said, quote, Invest TCI has attended Chris for 6 years, and each year we have seen greater exposure for the TCI as the islands stand out from other countries in the region. We continue to build lasting relationships and have generated solid leads, which have translated into projects. We look forward to next year's conference and promoting investment opportunities in the TCI, end quote.
Newswatch learns that order is restored at the Provo Treasury after some chaos led to the intervention of law enforcement on the first day of the inflation stimulus distribution process. Here's more.
A number of senior officers are policing the grounds of the Provo Treasury in an aim at restoring law and order after a chaotic incident during Wednesday's launch of the stimulus distribution procedure. It seems things didn't go as smoothly as expected with the new collection schedule, which indicates a contained first name criteria, and reports are that there were incidents of screaming and yelling, use of profanity, and even pushing at the Provo stimulus lines. Newswatch received reports that the cause may have been overcrowding, as the congestion made it difficult for persons who had received their checks to exit the building and persons looking to collect difficulty getting in. Good news, though, is that the second day seems to be going a lot smoother with the help of law enforcement. Today, Thursday, August 11th, was collection day for persons with first names beginning with the letters C through I. Distribution takes place Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Government also shared that eligible persons who were not pre-approved for the stimulus will be given the opportunity to apply once the portal is opened by the Premier's office this month. Persons are given 6 months to collect their checks.
Newswatch will be right back.
This is a reminder that all PTV service accounts are due on the first day of each month. Accounts should be brought up to date by the 28th of the month to avoid disruption in service. Payments may be made on our office at Stubbs Diamond Plaza, Providenciales, Mides Plaza, North Caicos, and Airport Road in South Caicos. Payments may also be made online using Scotiabank, CIBC First Caribbean Bank, and Royal Bank of Canada. Please allow 3 business days for online payments to be processed. We thank you for your cooperation.
Welcome back to Newswatch. This story has so much valid information that we thought we'd run it again just in case you missed it.
As required by Section 39 of the TCI Integrity Commission Ordinance, specified persons in public life must file their declarations of income, assets, and liabilities. The filing of declarations will take place on an ongoing basis during the months of May and June 2022. All declarants are required to deliver their completed declaration forms along with the relevant supporting documents in person at an office of the Commission by appointment only. Declarants will be contacted individually with a specific date, time, and location for delivery of declaration forms. Specified persons in public life include the following: all specified persons in public life who made their last filing on or before June 30th, 2020. All persons who are appointed to statutory boards effective April 1st, 2022 or thereafter. All specified persons in public life who are appointed within the TCIG government effective April 1st, 2022 or thereafter. All persons who are no longer sitting members of statutory boards as at March 31st, 2022, all persons who have resigned their post or whose contracts have not been renewed within the TCIG government are required to file within 90 days of the end of their tenure. All other persons who are considered specified persons in public life, but who would not have been aware of their obligation to file under Section 39, the Integrity Commission Ordinance. Declaration forms are available on the Commission's website at www.integritycommission.tc. For any inquiries about an appointment, please call 946-1941 or 941-7847 or send an email to info@integritycommission.tc. The Commission advises that for those declarants who fail to attend their scheduled appointment, please be mindful of the following. A failure without reasonable cause to file a declaration is a criminal offense, punishable with imprisonment for 1 year or a fine of $15,000 or both. In addition, the Commission is, among other things, obligated to publish the fact of such failure in the Gazette. All declarations are confidential documents. Please do not submit your completed declaration form through a third party or via electronic or surface mail. Persons who have not filed a declaration during the calendar year 2021 will not be required to file in 2022.
So many interesting stories have emerged this week. But here's another one that made this edition of The Real News.
The National Security Council held its monthly meeting last Tuesday, August 2nd, where, among other things, they discussed once again introducing an initiative that would hopefully incentivize residents into assisting law enforcement and helping to put criminals away. A cash for information incentive is being considered again, but as the Commissioner Trevor Botting told Newswatch today, it has not reaped many rewards in the past. The initiative is offered through Crime Stoppers for information given anonymously. Joining the Commissioner at the National Security meeting were co-chairs Governor Nigel Dakin and Premier Washington Mizzi. Along with them was the Deputy Governor, the Deputy Premier, the Minister of Immigration and Border Force, the Deputy Attorney General, the National Security Secretariat's Permanent Secretary, its Deputy Permanent Secretary, and the National Security Threats Lead. The Commissioner also updated the Security Council on the force's intention to revise public communications on crime, on unlawful interception legislation, improving CCTV, as well as exploring amendments to the liquor licensing ordinance to include provisions to enhance public safety. The Commissioner also briefed the Council on crime figures and intelligence assessment, which he says he will share with the media at the end of the third quarter in September. Additionally, the Security Council discussed potential practical solutions and committed to further interagency cooperation to help reduce crime. Meanwhile, members were also updated on potential appointments to the nascent National Security Advisory Group. The Security Secretariat will report to the Security Council on a revised membership list. They were also briefed by the Chief Magistrate on enforcement of fixed penalty notices, with recommendations to be presented at the next meeting of the Security Council. Members were also updated by the National Security Secretariat on the Informal Settlements Intervention Initiative. The initiative will now focus on community engagement to collect demographic data. The National Security Secretariat representatives also shared with the Council the progress of the Whole of Government Safer and Sustainable Communities Research Project, which will understand root causes of crime. Discussions were also held on the development of a voluntary code of conduct for private security firms. For PTV News Watch, I'm Delana Alice.
Don't move just yet. Coming up next is your weather forecast.
This is a reminder that all PTV service accounts are due on the first day of each month. Accounts should be brought up to date by the 28th of the month to avoid disruption in service. Payments may be made on our office at Stubbs Diamond Plaza, Providenciales, Mides Plaza, North Caicos, and Airport Road in South Caicos. Payments may also be made online using Scotiabank, CIBC First Caribbean Bank, and Royal Bank of Canada. Please allow 3 business days for online payments to be processed. We thank you for your cooperation.
Here at People's Television, we're more than just your leading news and entertainment services. We are
spreading the gospel.
We are breaking barriers.
We are preserving the culture. Each one, teach one.
We are committed to excellence.
We're creating change.
We are creating memories.
We are the future.
I am PTV.
I am PTV. I am PTV.
I am PTV.
We are PTV.
We are continuing the legacy. We are PTV.
Welcome back to Newswatch. Here's the latest in your weather forecast. Grand Turk, partly cloudy skies, high 84, low 80. Winds east-southeast at 10 to 20 miles per hour. South Caicos, partly cloudy skies, high 84, low 80. Winds east-southeast at 10 to 20 miles per hour. North and Middle Caicos, isolated showers, high 85, low 80. Winds east at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Parrot and Pine Key, partly cloudy skies, high 85, low 80. Winds east at 10 to 20 miles per hour. And on Providenciales, partly cloudy skies, high 85, low 80. Winds east at 10 to 20 miles per hour. The sun will rise at 6:27 a.m. and set at 7:23 p.m. Now your high tides and low tides. High tides, 8:31 a.m., 8:57 p.m. Low tides, 2:26 a.m., 2:37 p.m. And for your hurricane outlook, for the North Atlantic, Caribbean Sea, and the Gulf of Mexico, shower activity is limited in association with a tropical wave located roughly midway between the west coast of Africa and the Lesser Antilles. Development of this system is not expected due to unfavorable environmental conditions while it moves west-northwestward at 15 to 20 miles per hour during the next few days. That's the end of today's edition of Newswatch, but don't forget you can always catch us on our website at www.ptvatci.com and every weekday right here at 6:30 p.m.